Hey guys, what's up? I was just going to do a quick screencast to show what it was like for me to provision 3 or 4 machines in a test environment in vSphere using the vSphere provider. So on the left side of the screen, you'll see this black window. This represents my GitHub repo with all my Terraform configuration files. Since this is not a DHCP environment, I have statically created host names and IP Terraform TFRs file. And so it's just like any other Terraform I was explaining. You just Terraform init is the first command. It's going to initialize, make sure we've got the provider plugins and it sees them. So the next thing we do is we're going to create the plan. And in the plan, I'm going to pass it the host name, say, hey, I'm going to use this variable file for the host name and IPs. And it's going to show me the plan. And if you kind of ease up through here, you'll notice that for each stanza of each machine, it's going to say, hey, this virtual machine is created. Here are the properties like number of CPUs, how much memory is allocated, etc. So for new creation here, I'm going to move right on to the apply. If you change that to Terraform apply with the variable names, you can see here it's still all green pluses because this is new. Say, for instance, this had been existing infrastructure, and maybe perhaps we had added memory to one of the systems. You would see negative mark. You would see because this is declarative language, and it's trying to keep it in state, so it would reduce it back to what the previous memory setting was. So everything looks good there. I'm just going to tell it yes. And then on the right side over here, I actually logged into the test vSphere environment, and you can see right off the bat, there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 different machines it's bringing up. Looks good. And you'll notice what we see here is you're just seeing output from the provider, the vSphere provider is saying, hey, I'm creating these guys. And then it's going to scroll through every 10 seconds or so and kind of give you an update. You can see what's happening now. It's already completed one of them. And look, it's in the 90s plus 93, 94%. So the machines within 40 seconds, look at that. Within 40 seconds, we've already got all 4 machines spun up. So if I look at one of these, I'll bring up the console for these guys. I've got a couple of host configuration items. Things like, making sure that it's joined into the Active Directory, make sure that it's connected to the satellite server, etc. So I'm just going to launch the web console on a couple of these. Just kind of follow along with it. There we go. Beautiful EFI firmware booting up there. Just going to launch these web consoles. That's good. It's already rebooted. It's got the right host name. Move through and watch these. Yep, this one's coming up. There's the EFI on that guy. Good. Launch the web console. You'll notice here on the first system, or the 97th system, you see that the vSphere provider is kicking off the remote execution to go in and start the configuration. So if you look at the console 97, I'm kind of a nut about following along with the logs initially to make sure processes work. So just for the sake of this demo, we'll follow along and we'll kind of tail the file that is verbose and kind of shows you what's going on. Let's start a tail on that. It's got some stuff going on here. Expand the disk. It's going to check Active Directory. It's perfect. It's going to join it into the Active Directory here. And then what you see here is just its group policy. It's coming through. Perfect. Look at that. And it's telling us that it's already created the first system. Everything it provisioned, did all the post execution in 2 minutes and 47 seconds. exit 0. Perfect. 97's done. And that's it. And follow along on several of these others. 96. And they just finish up. Oh, and he's gone. He finished. They're finishing up. Let's go back. Logs over here. No errors on the vSphere console. And look at that. It just finished up 96. Finished him in 3 minutes. 99 finished in 3 minutes 31 seconds. 99. 97. That's good. 98 still going. Oh, and he finished. So there we go. We've got all 4 systems that were added, and it completed in the whole thing completed in 4 minutes. It gave me these host names. So that's it. I just wanted to kind of demonstrate what it looked like is you go through and you just initially provision the systems.